Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So today I'm going to be giving you a performance and tutorial for this really cool no setup card trick. I would start this one off by having my spectator give the deck a shuffle. Once they are done, I would have them choose a card. Let's say they select this one. Now for the trick, we can take a look at it together. In this case, we have the 5 of diamonds. Now, I would explain to my spectator that we are going to be testing the connection between their selection and a random card in the deck. We're going to generate that card by having my spectator call stop anywhere as I riffle down the side. Let's say they call stop right here. I will tell them we're going to insert that 5 of diamonds right where they called stop, and we're going to check out the card that's right below it. In this case, it is the 3 of clubs. So we are going to be testing the connection between the 5 of diamonds and the 3 of clubs. The first thing we're going to do here is rub the 5 of diamonds together with that 3 of clubs to see if we can create a little, magnetic connection between the cards. Now, I'm going to lift up here and we're going to go ahead, take the 3 of clubs out. We're going to place the 5 of diamonds in the middle, and we're going to place the 3 somewhere near the bottom of the deck. Let's place it in right there. I'm going to square up the deck, give the cards a riffle, spread the deck back out, and we're going to see the card that's right below the 5 of diamonds. So if I did that right, the 3 should have made its way right back up next to the 5 of diamonds just like that. So that was pretty good, but we're going to take things to the next level. We're going to test the connection again between these two cards, but in a little bit of a different way. I would have my spectator cut the deck in half wherever they like. Let's say they cut it right here. I would tell them we're going to get these cards lost into each half of the deck. So I'm going to take the 3 first. We're going to go ahead and just shuffle it into this half of the deck. And with that card lost, we're going to do the same thing with the 5 of diamonds. We'll go ahead and lose it into this half of the deck. So at this point, with each of these cards lost in the halves, we're going to put everything together, give the deck one riffle shuffle to truly lose those 2 cards in the deck. At this point, I'm going to try and test the connection once again. All I have to do is toss the deck into my other hand. You will see 2 cards fly out from the middle, and these are not just any 2, they are actually the 5 of diamonds and the 3 of clubs to truly prove these cards have a special connection. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you liked it. If you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really great card trick that is going to impress all of your spectators. So grab your deck of cards and let's get right into the tutorial. This is a completely no setup effect. You can do this trick with any deck of cards, and you're going to start off with your spectator giving the deck a shuffle. Once they are done, they can choose any card from the deck as their selection. Now, for the trick, you and your spectator can look at the card. You're going to turn it face up, and in this case, we have the 2 of clubs. You're going to tell your spectator that for the trick, you are going to be testing the connection between their selection and a random card in the deck. And to generate that random card, they are going to call stop anywhere as you riffle down the side. So go ahead and hold their card in one hand, and then in the other, you're going to have the deck, and you're going to get in a comfortable grip to riffle down the side with your thumb. Let's say the spectator calls stop right here. You're going to tell them we're going to place the card in where you called stop. So you're doing exactly that. You're placing the card in the gap there. And here is the first secret move that you are doing. You are under the cover of their card, riffling off 1 extra card from below. So it's going to look just like that. Your spectator's not going to see that because you're going to be riffling off that card with your thumb while the deck is straight up and down. So it's going to be under the cover of their selection, which is outjogged. So you can see I've riffled off 1 extra card that's going right below it. Then you're going to tell your spectator, okay, we're going to lift up from where you called stop and check out the card that's right below from where your selection is. But in reality, you have that extra card directly below their selection, and make sure everything is square. You do not want to flash this to your spectators. You're going to turn over this card right here that's on the bottom portion of the deck. You're going to tell them, okay, in this case, we have the ace of clubs. So we're going to be testing the connection between the 2 of clubs and the ace of clubs. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to turn this card over. So you're turning the ace of clubs back over, and then you're telling them, okay, we're going to go ahead and rub this 2 of clubs with the ace of clubs. That's your excuse for dropping this extra card right back on top of this deck. So you're going to square everything up, and you can just kind of give the 2 halves of the deck a little rub like that. Tell them you're creating a little static, something like that, and keep, everything pretty square. So then you're going to tell them, okay, we're going to go back and just drop off that ace of clubs on the table. So now you're lifting back up from where their card is outjogged. There's no extra cards or anything this time, so you can literally turn this over and tap this card and tell them, okay, we're going to take the ace of clubs off like that. But in reality, guys, this is the random card, and the ace of clubs is still on this pack. So that's going to happen pretty quick. Check out how I did it in the performance. Overall, it's not too difficult of a move to do. Just make sure you're not hesitating or anything during this part of the trick. So you're going to tell them, okay, we have the ace of clubs here. We're going to place the two of clubs back in the middle. You're going to square everything up. Place the two of clubs. It's going to be face up in the middle of the deck. Spread out the cards here. And tell them, okay, we're going to take this ace and place it near the bottom of the deck. Obviously, keep this face down. Do not reveal that it is a random card. And tell them, okay, we're just going to place it near the bottom of the deck, square the cards back up, and now you can do some magical gesture. You can riffle the deck, wave your hands over the cards, do whatever you want to. Then you can spread out the deck in your hand or spread it back out on the table and show them that the card right below their selection is actually that ace of clubs. You're really creating the illusion that the card jumped from the bottom right back next to the face-up card that's in the middle. And, that will look pretty cool to your spectator. They will definitely have no idea how you did that. But now you're getting into phase 2 of the trick, which I think is even better. So you're going to square up the deck and tell them, we're going to test the connection between these two cards once again. You can, of course, have them hold the cards, check them out, make sure there's nothing fishy going on, which there isn't. So you're going to first have your spectator cut the deck in half wherever they like. Place each half in front of the cards. You're going to tell them, okay, we're going to lose these cards into each half of the deck. Now, here's what you're doing. You're getting one of the cards to the bottom of a half, and you're keeping one of the cards on the very top. So here's how that's going to look. I'll show you what I did in the performance. So in this case, I will take the ace. I'll tell them, okay, we're going to lose this ace into the middle. I'm getting this one to the bottom first. That's what I'm doing. I'm sliding off the card while I'm doing some overhand shuffles and then just keeping their card on the bottom. So one more time, it's easy. You're sliding off their card like that, right to the bottom, then shuffling the rest of the cards on top. And then you're going to need to retain it there on the bottom so you can apply pressure with your 4 fingers and do some retaining shuffles just like that to make it seem like you're losing that ace of clubs in the middle, but in reality, it stays right there on the bottom. So that looks really convincing. If you guys aren't comfortable doing that, you can do a double undercut to get a little break below the card that's on top and then just cut it right to the bottom. So however you guys want, just make sure you get this card to the bottom and obviously don't flash that to your spectator. Then you're going to move over to the next pile and tell them you're going to lose this card in the middle, but in reality, you need to get it on top. What I did in the performance was the same overhand shuffle to make it be consistent with what I just did before. So I slide off the card like that. I keep it on the bottom, do some more false shuffles, and then the last thing I do is take around half the cards here and then just bring it right back to the top. I'm making sure I slide it right back on top of the deck. So that's how I do this part of the trick. It's just convincing to your spectator that you're losing it in the middle, but in reality, you're keeping control of it, in this case, right back to the top of this half. So once you do that, you are ready to proceed. You have one on top, one on the bottom. Make sure you keep track of that because you're going to take the half that has the card on top, place it right on the other half of the deck here, put everything together so you have one on the bottom, one on the top, and it doesn't really matter which is which. So of course their selection could have been on the bottom and the random card that could have been on top. Does not matter. As long as one's on the top, one's on the bottom, you're good to go. You can do a riffle shuffle, keep the cards there in their positions. Just really convince your spectator you're losing them in the deck. And then the final move is quite simple. It may take a little bit of practice at first if you're not familiar with it, but you are applying pressure with your thumb on top, 4 fingers on the bottom. You're creating this little separation from the deck between the top and bottom cards. And what you're doing is just tossing the deck into your other hand, and the top and bottom cards will slide out. And of course, they are the 2 cards that you need for the trick to work. So practice that move a little bit if you're not comfortable doing it, but once you get it down, it will work every single time, and it's quite easy to do. As you can see, you just get in a natural rhythm of doing it, and it will work every time. And you show your spectator 2 cards flew out from the middle, and they're obviously not going to see they came from the top and bottom. It's going to happen very quick, and show them they are the 2 cards that have that special connection. So guys, that's the trick. Hope you liked it. Definitely give this one a try. It will get some amazing reactions from your spectators and definitely fool them completely. So that is the trick. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.